wow, this is a little bit strange. Oh, okay, we're here. Hello, everyone. Glad to see that all is fine. We're so happy to see you in the chat. Please do let us know if you can hear us all okay, if you can see us, and then we'll jump right in. Well, I didn't even really get to finish my sentence, but we got someone confirming that they can hear us all fine. Thank you, TT, for that. Thank you.
Hello, everyone.
All right, so...
Greetings, Outlanders.
Nice. All right, we got more confirmation that they can hear us and they can see us, which is great. And yeah, so hello, everyone. It's 2023, and we are back. It's the first stream of this year. So we'll start with introductions. Hello, everyone. My name is Forsythia, or you may know me as Anjanette as well. I am the Senior Community Manager for Vigor, and with me today I have Zbyněk Hořák, or Zbyněk, who is our Senior Producer.
Yes, hello everyone.
And we also have Michal with us, Michal, who is our Technical Designer.
Indeed.
Alright, so while everyone is jumping in the chat, maybe we could do a little bit of an introduction for those who might not have been on our streams before. We have some new Outlanders who are joining us. I see some new names in the chat too. So who would like to go first with introducing themselves?
Oh my.
We're both looking at you, coincidentally.
What to say about? Well, hi, I'm Zbyněk. As Anjanette mentioned, I'm Senior Producer for Vigor. I'm with the team for, it's gonna be 2 years. And I like games. Whatever. What else?
But I mean, wait, 2 years. Time flies. It definitely feels like you've been with us for longer than that.
Yes.
Wow. Okay. Freaking.
In some perspective, it feels like really short, and if I think about it, it's a really long time. So yeah, and me and my other producer colleagues, we are trying to make sure that everything will be on time, that teams know about everything they need to know for their work, and we are cooperating with marketing and community team to inform you lovely people about everything what is important as well.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So if anyone has any questions for Zbyněk, please go ahead and put it in the chat. Now, moving on to Michal. Michal, would you please introduce yourself to our Outlanders who haven't been acquainted with you yet?
Sure. I'm Michal. I'm a technical designer, which means technically I design, and the designs that I design are technical, which means that I take the designs from actual designers, which are designs for features and stuff like that, and I take I make sure that I have all the parts that I need to actually implement it in the game and find the best way to do so, and then send it off to QA, who sends me some juicy and spicy bugs sometimes. So I also do that.
That should be new description of the position on the Wikipedia. Somebody make sure that it is.
Let us know, guys. If you see it, just let us know. Alright, so what are we doing today? Today we will be talking about what the future of Vigor is for 2023. Some of you may have already seen our video. If you haven't, it will be linked in the chat in a moment. We also released an accompanying article or a blog along with it, so you could also check it out. It will also be in the chat in a few moments. All right, so maybe before we jump in, Michal. Oh, well, yes, this is a very scenic view on the shelter, actually. I don't know if you did it on purpose or not, but it's beautiful.
You'll never know.
Okay, he'll never tell us. Alright, so maybe one thing to point out is the outfit that Michal is wearing right now, which is available for our Xbox Outlanders who have Xbox Game Pass Ultimate. There is the Norwegian Woodchuck pack available for you, so feel free to claim it. It's for free, and we hope that you enjoy it. For those who are on PlayStation, and you may be wondering, well, what about us PlayStation players? Well, there's also a PlayStation Plus pack available. It's the Vinterbjorn pack. I hope I pronounced that correctly. But yes, it's available for PS Plus members, and you could grab it for free as well on PlayStation. Alright, moving on. Beautiful scenes in the shelter. Thank you, Michal. Feel free to jump into a game mode of your preference, encounter, shootout, elimination, all on you. But apparently you have a very full backpack, but I guess it doesn't matter because you're going for a shootout. Never mind.
We can still make use of it.
Oh, and you apparently you were moving around. You were panning the camera so well that Adonius Gaming believes that you had stick drift happening, but that's just some smooth moves from Michal. All right. And let's see. Like, we have someone in the chat saying that they got the perks from the Game Pass perk, the Ultimate Game Pass perk, but they never got the weapons, just the vest. We're really sorry to hear that. If you could definitely confirm that you didn't get any of the weapons or the ammo that came along with it, could you please contact our support? Maybe they could look into it for you, because you definitely should have received a huge bunch of weapons and ammo and even a special issue crate along with the vest and the cap that is on our Outlander right now. Alright, let's see what the chats have to say. We have people saying hi, hello, and some people saying good morning. Well, good morning to you and good evening to us in Europe, I guess.
Yeah, we have 5 p.m.
Yeah, it's just past 5 p.m. over here, so there's that. Let's see. People are saying hello to hi Forsythia, hi Michal, hi Zbyněk. Happy New Year. Yes, thank you very much. Happy New Year to you too. Forsythia, you didn't introduce yourself. Sorry about that. Hi, I'm Forsythia. I'm the senior community manager for Vigor. I oversee community management for Vigor, and we basically collect a ton of feedback from our players and we pass it on to the dev team, and we are also basically the liaison or the voice of the dev team to our players, and we also take care of our social media platforms and forums. So yeah, hope that was a sufficient introduction. Alright, let's see. Oh, and we've got people saying that it's 8 a.m. in California, 5 p.m. in Czech Republic, beer time, cheers. 5 p.m. I'll get the dinner on.
You are correct.
Yeah.
Beer time, you have any idea how little that narrows it down?
Oh yeah. Oh well, to each their own. Alright, I also want to check what the other chats have to say, like on
So
YouTube.
we don't have any snow at this point, but it's sort of like weirdly cold and also warm and also cold again.
Actually, I've met some cars in morning which were covered by snow, but it didn't last.
Interesting. It didn't pile up. Well, I didn't manage to see any cars that had some snow. Well, now it makes sense. Alright, 5 p.m. in Spain, snack time. Okay, everyone's just saying what they're up to this 5 p.m. We hope you're enjoying your snacks while watching our first stream of the year.
It's true.
Yeah, let us know what you're eating. I hope it's not like the Outlander food, which is rats. By the way, Michal, would you like headphones? Because they're
I
right.
didn't realize that also.
Oh, okay. So you.
Nah, it's gonna be fine.
Okay, hard mode as heck. Good luck. Okay, we have some people going Zdravím and Chus.
Was it in Demolition Man when they had red burgers?
Yes, it was.
They said that they are delicious, so I was wrong there.
Alright, we've got people asking us, so tell us what you have planned for this year. Yes, we will get to it in just a moment. Thank you
We
for...
have planned stuff and things.
Yes, and we will be diving into them shortly. Just wanted to check the Facebook chat as well, because that question was actually from the YouTube chat. So let's see. We've still got people telling us what time it is in where they are. So it's 10 p.m. in the Midwest in the US. And we had some people who are expressing their interest to apply in the partnership, which is cool. You can definitely apply on our website. Alright, so I think that we could then jump right into what we had planned. So I'm gonna take away the screen from showing off Michal and his shooting skills.
Oh, like the arrow.
Well, That's subjective. But it's okay, no one can see what's going on anymore. And I guess, well, nobody saw that, but you got killed, but rip, I guess.
Oh, tell them.
Well,
Oh, he totally killed that guy.
See, that's how we do it.
sure. Yes. Alright, so looking forward to 2023. We hope that some of you, if not all of you, have already seen the video. If you have, let us know what you think, because we would be really curious to hear what you think about our plans for this year. For those of you who haven't, this is how the thumbnail on YouTube looks like. We'll be sending over the link to the YouTube video in a moment in the chat. Alright, so I'm sorry, I'm just clicking all over the place. But yeah, so we also have the article. I'm sorry, that went down the wrong way. But it's the end of the day. So we have an accompanying article as well on our website. And you could have a look at what we have in store. So if you haven't seen this photo yet, let us know what you think. I would say it's very visually pleasing for the article, and I think that it drops some really nice thoughts for everyone to think about what they need to think about. All right, let's see what the chat has to say. Meanwhile, I see some messages. Before we jump in, maybe we could tie it in, like some of the questions that we get in the chat, we could tie it into what we have planned for this year. So there is a question, but it is in Czech, and it's asking if they can expect some kind of balances between the weapons. Am I right?
Yes, correct.
Nice. Well, this will probably please you, but we are definitely planning on a weapon overhaul this year, and we did mention it on our article as well as our video.
There have been already some tweaks you might have noticed about LMGs, which already took place, but this is not final, and we plan to improve weapon gameplay even more, so it will be also in the category of weapon tuning and stuff, so stay tuned. Yeah, and I mean, like, a lot of people have been wondering why did we even make so many changes to LMGs in general. Zbyněk, could you maybe, we talked about it, but... Basically, we were listening to your feedback and acting upon it. So there was several polls, and we were checking with you and also with our partners how LMGs look like in your eyes, and how you are happy about it or you are not happy about it. And based on that, we tweak them a little bit here and there for specific LMGs and in general. Now, some of you are saying that it still needs nerfs. Some of you saying it was nerfed too much, and a lot of you are like, we are fine with current state. So that's the best we can do for now, but there will be more and more interesting changes.
Yes, indeed.
I think we generally touched upon this subject a couple times. That this, like you've said, that we've also listened to a lot of feedback, but there were also things that we ourselves weren't still quite happy with, and we're trying to find a sweet spot with the with the current state of how the weapons work right now. And so this is essentially one of the motivations behind the weapon overhaul, is to give us the opportunity to think more out of the box and to look for more interesting solutions. Okay.
It was a very out of context squawk, but it was a very... It was a very heated fight on the dam, but...
I'm sorry, I had to take care of something, but...
Alright. We'll see what the chat has to say, like, tied to the question about weapons. There is a question of if we could buff the bugle, please. Thank you.
Buff?
that wasn't related to that.
Sure. Well, thank you for letting us know what you think about the bugle. We aren't necessarily intending on buffing it right now, but we definitely will see the outcomes of our intended weapon overhaul, and then we will be adjusting it accordingly based on community feedback as well as like how the numbers pan out for us. All right, and maybe if we could scroll up a little bit on the article, we could start off with, I think, the most exciting thing for our players, well, one of the most exciting things, would be the fact that we will be having 4 major updates this year, which basically means we will be having 4 battle passes this year, which is a difference from last year considering we only had 3 major updates or 3 battle passes. Zbyněk, could you please walk us through what exactly will change in terms of like these 4 major updates and how they will affect minor updates along the road?
First of all, we are having 4 major updates back because it was 4 before. Then we tried 3 major updates per year, and we weren't happy about it, and you weren't happy about it. So we are back with 4, and also. From time to time, as we released major update, the gap between next update were quite long, and if there was something like broken detectors or something which requires client update, you were waiting for these fixes quite a long time. So that's what is changing this year. For basically, now there will be 14.0 update, and next update 14.1, which is minor update, will be released quite soon after that. It will not introduce new game-changing features, but it will be more about fixes and new assets, and that's the theme we are going to continue with even other updates. So there will be bigger and more frequent major updates, followed by smaller but game improving updates very soon after major ones.
Yes, thank you, Zbyněk, for the extensive explanation. Hopefully that will shed some light or insight onto our Outlanders on how we intend to tackle and why we intend to tackle our updates in a specific way this year. All right, and while Michal is looking for an encounter, let's go back to the article real quick. We focused a lot on onboarding last year in 2022, but this year in 2023 we will definitely be giving some love for our veteran players, so in the form of, let's say, improved leaderboards, which we don't have an exact date right now, but we definitely want to tackle and improve the leaderboards. I know it might be a little bit too early, but can you share some small info with us?
Yes, but just really draft of the information basically. No, we weren't happy about the current leaderboard state because besides of just basically ladder of players, it didn't give you much of additional value, and we want to make it more interesting, as similar as we did with challenges. And now challenges has some rewards and some let's say interesting goals to be achieved in your encounters. For example, we want to address something similar with leaderboards in different way, but more interesting than it is now. And there is like a lot of stuff to explain about that. If I will give you just piece of that information, that could be misleading for you. So wait for more information. There will be more information, but it will basically receive some overhaul. It will not be just minor tweak, icons, whatever. No, the logic of the system will change.
Yep.
It's still leaderboards, but it should work better for you.
it will be nicer for everyone, for sure. Great. Thank you so much, Zbyněk. We hope that our players are looking forward to improved leaderboards. Let us know what you think. But we have people asking Michal to boost the loot, but I mean, he did boost a bit, but just a crate.
I boosted the crate.
Just a crate, but not the loot. Well, next time around, I guess. Fingers crossed. Alright, let's see what the chat has to say. Meanwhile, let's take a small break from what's happening, for this year in 2023, and let's look at what the chat has to say. Let's see. On YouTube chat, there are questions asking, if we will be seeing random duos, coming back. Well, it isn't part of our plans this time around, to return random duos. We had such a feature in the past where you could team up randomly with random duos, but we received plenty of feedback that it was like quite toxic for some of our players because some people would randomly duo up with you and then they would just kill you and take your stuff, and it wasn't very fun. So that's why we decided to omit the ability to queue up with random duos. So it's not something that we're planning on right now, but I mean, it can change. I mean, if there is a huge uproar from the community about wanting random duos back, we would probably then have to sit down and think about it and think of the consequences before deciding to act on it.
Yeah.
Alright. Let's see what other chats have to say. Well, they're asking for the next... When is double XP weekend? Well, we aren't. We just had one. We just had... No, not a weekend, but it was double XP days, as far as I know. I think it was at the start of this year. But, I mean, we will definitely be having more events every month. At least you can expect something. So, yeah, no promises, though, on the next one being a double XP event, but thank you for letting us know that that's what you would definitely want to have. We definitely are toying around with variations between double XP in the middle of the week versus on weekends, but don't worry, we'll try and have a fair share of different days with double XP throughout the week. So there's that. Alright, let's see. Now, so after checking what the chat has to say, let's see what else we have planned.
There are also questions which we will answer when we are going through what's our plan in 2023, so don't worry, we will address that.
Yep, for sure. So back to our article, there are some people who are already asking in the chat, which is probably what Zbyněk caught, about legacy seasons and why we are removing them.
Yeah, so different thing, but we can
okay. Sorry, I saw that on the YouTube chat, I think, or on the Facebook chat. But yes, legacy seasons. We do intend on disabling them, but that's because we want to make room for shelter improvements. Now, it's been a long time coming. We know that a lot of players have been asking, hey, y'all really need to do something about the shelter. It would be nice to have more shelter improvements. So the great news is that it's something that we will be tackling this year, giving the shelter some more love. But now, like, as expected, and it still is there, that players are still upset that we are going to be disabling legacy seasons. Not to worry, we aren't just disabling it right off the bat. We're not disabling it right now either. I mean, like, it will take some time for legacy seasons to be disabled. I guess not, like, I would say the estimate is around season 15. It's still in the works, in the pipeline right now, but we're definitely not removing it as soon as possible. Yes.
Yeah, I believe that it will be past season 15, not.
Yeah, like it could be past
it will. You still have time. You know, like way in advance that it will happen. So we are not like turning it off like super soon, but it will be definitely this year. And for these who are worried about these items you will not be able to obtain anymore through the legacy seasons. Don't worry, you will. And that's our shelter improvement system will take place. So you still can have your plans you desire.
Exactly. And I mean, for those of you who are concerned, like, if you spent some money on legacy season passes already, don't worry about that. We are discussing it behind the scenes to see what we could do for players who have spent money and put their time and effort in on legacy season battle passes. It's not that we are just going to disable legacy seasons and forget about everyone who put in their effort into that. We're definitely going to be having a plan for this, so stay tuned for that. Don't worry about it. We'll all be okay, and we'll let you know how it goes. As Zbyněk said, we're just letting you know quite in advance, basically.
Yeah. And as I'm reading the chat, like, really, if you are worried that people will not be, or that people will lose access to these plans, really plans and consumables and everything what was in the battle pass, in legacy battle pass, it will be obtainable through the gameplay after we introduce new shelter improvement system. So don't worry, you will not lose access to this. There will be just different path to obtain it. And I believe the new path will be more fun than current system is, when you have just play and buy and play and buy and play. There will be some system behind it, and you will enjoy it more, I believe.
Yes, for sure. We would hope so indeed. And well, before I jump back into the article, there's a question of when will season 14 be revealed? Well, actually, if you have read the article, you will know that our first update for 2023 will be coming up this February. So you can look forward to that for sure. But as for revealing it, well, I would say that we will be showing it or teasing it quite soon, but soon is subjective or relative yet again. But just keep this in mind that our first major update of 2023 will be coming in February. So hopefully that gives you enough of a hint of when things will be coming around. And then there's another question from Vibra Dawn. What about AFK players in elimination? I know you are planning something, but when? Yes.
That's the thing I saw in the chat. I knew that we are going to address it. Yes.
Yes, definitely. So
answer is yes. Yes, there will be a system to vote kick player out of the elimination if they are obviously AFK.
Yes, and I mean, it's something that we will be hopefully implementing with the next big update, which, like I said, is coming in February, and it's also mentioned in the article.
That's the plan.
Yes, it's the plan. So let us know what you think. We hope that you're looking forward to it. We know that plenty of people have been asking for a very long time, and we totally understand why it's not really... it's not a cool thing to be freeloading off of your team and not really cooperating towards that team effort, So yeah, it's something you can look forward to with the first big update of 2023. All right, Michal, feel free to queue up for another game or another game mode, whichever you would like.
Another slaughter.
Yeah, but I saw that last match and it was a tough one, but we've got people who are, let's say, watching our stream while playing at the same time, so that's something to keep in mind. All right. Let's see what the chat has to say while Michal is... Or okay, if you want, I will turn it away, and you can choose safely or comfortably without someone having to run after you.
I was actually hoping to see some suggestions.
Okay, in that case, sure. So chat, suggestions for Michal on where he should go, what he should do, where did he come from, where did he go? Where will he go?
Well played, well played.
You're the one with the controller, so... Alright, so Gruntime Valley from Scottish Gizmo. There you go. Go ahead. Meanwhile,
Hold on.
let's go back to talking about what's in store for 2023. Right. Well, let's try and see what the article has to say. We could use this as a guideline because y'all really, like, if y'all haven't watched the video, the article is very helpful. So hopefully you've managed to have a look at the article, if not the video. So yeah, it's on our website. Feel free to have a look, take a gander, and we'll see what you think about it. Right, one more thing, probably that would be nice for everyone to hear is that we want to give extra love to encounters, which, side note, that also involves giving some love to crates as well this year.
Yep.
So, and you know, like we've been going through a lot of feedback lately, and a lot of people recently have been complaining, or rather giving their suggestions for crates in encounters because they feel like it could be randomized, or it could just be a higher rarity simply because it's really like it would be good to have something else aside from a common crate or from a from a white rarity crate basically. So yeah, I mean, we want to give some love to encounters and to crates for sure, but we cannot share yet what exactly we will be doing to encounters, but we definitely want to spice things up in there. So hopefully we'll look forward.
We can comment loot distribution just a little bit.
Oh yeah, loot distribution for sure.
Yeah, basically we know that you aren't happy about the current state, even if on the maps there is basically same amount of loot as it was before. It's super evenly distributed now, and it causes scenarios when you find one of this on multiple places, and it's not that satisfying as if you find a treasure box where there is like multiple things and you don't have to run around. We definitely want to address it. We agree with you that it's not that fun, and loot will be distributed in slightly different way, where you will be able to find like more things at one place. We still want to have it distributed evenly on the map, but it will not be that super evenly as it is now. And if you boost your crates, you will be able to find pack of things at one spot and be happy that you found it, and then try to run for your life to exit. So yeah, that's something we are going to address. Some changes to that goal of fun looting will be already in next update. And we don't want to stop there. We will continue on that effort. We already have some plans to do, but for the current update, we did what we were able to do during that time period. Also, with given fact that there was Christmas holidays and everything. So first iteration will arrive now. The even more improved system will arrive later.
Yep. So fingers crossed that all.
That you are gonna like it.
Yes.
I hope that you are gonna like it. You should like it.
Hopefully, yes.
You should. I dare you.
You should. You don't dare. You implore them. They have to like it. But I don't know what's in return if they don't like it. But I mean, if they don't like it, we'll still work on improving it some more. So.
Yeah, I guess that there will be like a lot of feedback. We will read it.
Yes, definitely, for sure. So, I mean, we really appreciate constructive feedback. And I mean, we've been getting a lot of feedback lately, like saying, oh, we want more interesting cosmetics, or we want you to fix the issues in the game. And then we ask them, okay, so what cosmetics would you like to see in the game? And then they would say, oh, it's a bit difficult, though. We understand it's difficult. Ideas are tough to come by, but when they do come by, they are very nice and bright ideas. So if ever you have any in mind, just feel free to let us know. And no, before anyone brings it up, it's not stick drift. Michal is just doing a very artistic pan with the controller. He just likes doing artsy stuff. So
Like bro.
yeah, such control. All right. Let's see what the chat has to say. Meanwhile, ha ha ha. What if you tie airdrops to XP? The more XP you have, the higher the rarity of the airdrop. Or encounter crate rarity tied to XP earned in match, please.
That's an interesting idea.
It is, yeah. We're really glad that you're sharing it with us, and I mean, like, it makes sense, I guess, in the sense that if you work hard, you get a bigger reward.
We should note it somewhere, and we will tell our designers what they
Think about
what they
it.
think about it.
Mm-hmm.
But definitely it sounds interesting.
Yes, for sure. Thank you for sharing that with us.
Goodbye.
Alright. Let's see. I also want to see what the other chats have to say aside from Twitch. So, taking a look at the YouTube chat, will we be having any new emotes anytime soon? What kind of emotes would you like to see, though? I know there is one that the players keep on saying that they want. They want the sitting down emote,
Mm-hmm.
because we showed it off on one of our anniversaries.
Yeah, it was.
It was a beautiful image, and the sitting emote fit very well in that context. But personally, not so sure how you could utilize sitting emote in the Outlands unless you're sitting by the campfire and camping or waiting, or if you want to make a nice, really cute scene with a friend for our community corners, then maybe. But anyway, I went off on a tangent.
We could then also release a duck-inspired onesie outfit, and you could play as a sitting duck.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. Sitting duck. That's lovely. I guess we should call the emote sitting duck as well, and then the onesie could just be duck. Sitting duck.
Not-
Duck sitting.
It's never enough ducks.
No. There's never enough ducks in this world. But yes, we went off on a tangent there, but the question was if we will be getting new emotes. We don't necessarily have any new emotes planned
Yeah.
to release for all of y'all, but if you have any suggestions on what kinds of emotes you would like to see, then please do feel free to send those ideas over for us. Alright, and maybe quickly going back to what people can look forward to in 2023. If y'all haven't seen it on the article or in the video, or if you haven't heard, but so you're gonna hear it now, you can definitely also look forward to a new map this year. We'd like to release one, so that's definitely something for all of y'all to look forward to. But since we are working on it, and I'm gonna ask this question to the community, none of you can answer. It would be nice to see what guesses the community has on what kind of map we will be releasing this year, or what are the vibes? We all know, but shh, I mean they don't.
Yeah.
So if you would tell us what you think we have in store for you in terms of the new map, and it would be really interesting to see what y'all think is coming with the new map. So drop your thoughts in the chat, and we are going to read it, or we're going to look at it. So there's the guess of a prison map.
I mean,
Prison or city map, Everon, prison. Oh, damn, prison.
a lot of the folks in our community want to go to prison.
Hey!
What are you up to, guys?
So many good memories, bro.
Way to start off the year right.
Do you really need a meeting with Prison Mike? Do you really think it's that better?
But we don't have a purple bandana, do we?
Yeah, we do.
We do? Okay. I know we have a red one, but I didn't know if we had a purple one. I had to be sure. If someone dresses up like Prison Mike in the Outlands, let us know. And we've got... Wow, run, Michal! Well, you're not really running, are you? Well, not like that, but okay. Big rip. GG's, though. Alright. Let's see what the chat has to say. Oh, a map that is one big bush. I mean, Kigo Doodles says a map that is one big bush. Are you speaking because that's
let's
what
not
you
go
want?
there.
Okay, let's not. I mean, totally different than what I had in mind, but fine. Let's move away from that. Castle map. Okay, interesting. A swamp map. Okay. I can just imagine someone saying, "Get out of my swamp," but I don't know if people will get it. I hope they do. Alright, a destroyed city map would be cool. I predict a water-heavy map, more than Anakin though, kinda like Waterworld. So with slides and stuff, or just checking if you meant an aqua park or something. Alright. A map that's just one big IKEA.
I think that
I would get lost.
I think that could lead to some licensing issues.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Just yes.
Also, too many lost people.
Yeah, also too many decisions to be made. No. Okay, interesting thoughts, all of y'all, on what map you are guessing our upcoming map to be. Interesting ideas as well, so thank you all for that. Let's see. Now we could also go back into what we are planning, and aside from the new map, which you have to definitely keep an eye out for, if any of y'all guessed it correctly, like, just letting you know that you have my shock and respect that, like, oh wow, they must be very passionate about the game that they're starting to think like this.
Or did you? Yeah. Already.
Alright. So yeah, just to quickly sum up what all of y'all can look forward to this year, I mean, aside from reading the article to see what we have in store or watching our video, so just to sum up, you can look forward to 4 major updates this year, and minor updates, which will be more like hotfixes rather than releasing new content. A system for AFK players on elimination, and improved leaderboards, some love for shelter improvements, and some love for encounters and crates, and also a new map, weapons overhaul, and yeah, is that...
There will be more, but
these are the main ones that we are tackling. Like, this list is what we are focusing on. These are our priorities for 2023. So
we have even more big priorities for 2023.
yes, but
we are
we
not
cannot
going to tell
talk
you.
about it. Zbyněk, why would you do this? Why would you keep them hanging like that?
No, like they deserve to know that there will be some surprises. It's not all, there will be more.
For sure.
These things for sure are interesting, but we will not spoil everything right now. So
Yes,
you have to
indeed.
come and watch our streams to know better.
For
And
sure.
I think I mentioned it probably almost every stream I've been to. We have a lot of ideas. We have a lot of stuff that we're working on. UW, for quite a while, or quite some time in front of us. There's obviously a lot of minor stuff, polishes, quality of life improvements, stuff like that, but also some major things. We've mentioned already some. We're keeping some as a surprise. Some we're still not entirely sure about how we're going to approach them exactly, but there already are some core ideas that could be really, really cool. So we hope to deliver a lot of cool new content and improve the game for you guys so that it's even more fun and just better than it ever was.
Yes, indeed, because we'd like to strive for improvements, so
Not
That-
just shelter improvements, but also those.
I see
Not
what
just
you did there. But yes, we are constantly striving for better things in the Outlands. So, yeah, we hope that you stick by us this year, and we hope that we got you hyped for what you can look forward to. And like Zbyněk said, like, there will be more surprises down the road. Like, this list is a bunch of our priorities that we would like to share with you,
Yeah.
but there's more.
Once we are sure that everything goes according to plan, we will share more information with you. So follow our social media and our live streams.
Yep. Best place for information, indeed.
And sometimes, if you are really up to that thing, you should go to the Reddit.
Oh yeah, but to be fair,
What
really
amazing
love Reddit.
place to be.
It's
And also
probably
don't
the best.
hesitate to drop any feedback, any ideas. I mean, we might not see, we might miss it. We might also have reasons to choose not to do it, but at least you have a chance to tell us what you feel. What's your opinion on the game so far, and that gives us information to then go through and brainstorm and come up with new ideas or change the ideas that we have.
Yep.
Yes, indeed. I just wanted to have a look at our other chats as well, to see what they're up to. And well, this is an interesting question. Why don't you talk about better matchmaking? How come there's someone with 1,200 kills in the same match as someone with 200 kills? Yeah, that's an interesting. Oh, and I misread that. There was one more zero. It's actually 12,000 kills. Well, first of all, if someone has 12,000 kills, well, I gotta say they're a beast. That's a lot of kills. Second of all, we wouldn't say that kills equal skill. So it's more about the strategy and trying to stay alive. So even though it can be tough to be in a lobby or in an encounter with someone who has a gazillion more kills than you, all hope isn't lost. It's all about the tactics, it's all about the sneaking around and being strategic. Yeah.
But there is like many factors to it as well, like why you can encounter this situation. Also, one of these is that if you are playing, for example, in a time which is less populated, with in your area, because
Like if
we are,
everyone's asleep.
yeah, basically we are doing our best to connect you to servers which you will have like best latency for best experience. And if there is like not the high population of player at the time you are playing, for example, we don't want to keep you waiting for so long. So is it better to play 3 encounters in 30 minutes, or wait for 15 minutes and then you will just get bored in the shelter? So we are trying to get you into games as much as possible, to be fair as much as possible. But in case that you would wait for too long, there is from time to time chance that you can encounter this situation that somebody who is really experienced can join your match. And also there is also thing that some really experienced players who are playing for a very long time, that amount of that long-term playing players is lower than like some median or average player of ours, and we don't want to keep these people waiting for equal match too long as well. So yeah, it can happen that you can meet like really experienced player even if you are not that experienced, but it should not be like default. Default is that we are trying to match people with similar, say, game time and experience as possible.
Yes, indeed. Thank you, Zbyněk, for elaborating on that. Sorry, go ahead.
I hope that it was helpful.
I mean, I believe that it was very helpful explanation. And I mean, there is now an interesting talk in the chat where they're saying like, oh, but do kills really matter though, or like kills don't mean jack, or how can you say that kills don't matter when someone can wipe out a whole map on their own? Well, what are you aiming for? Are you aiming for kills, or are you trying to level up your shelter?
Yeah.
What are you looking for? Because as far as I know, if you loot more, you will get more XP for that stuff, rather than just going for kills. So, something to keep in mind, probably, or something to think about, perhaps.
Yeah, it's we are not strictly like shooter game,
It's a looter shooter.
and you can get out of the encounter with much better rewards than somebody who killed everybody in their side. That's really tricky to say that amount of kills equal the skill, because that's not how the game is played. For example, me, I'm really bad at shooting, but I'm sneaking around and looting, and I'm having fun as well, avoiding the dangerous situation. And yeah, I enjoy the game in that way. So
Yeah, indeed. I mean, I think that in the dev team there are. No, actually, I was gonna say there are more looters than shooters, but now that I think about it, it's more equal between us. I think we're a mix of looters and shooters. So yeah, there's that. All right. And see, we got people in the chat saying that they like looting, which is cool. Same. We're on the same side here. We both like looting, so it's cool. All right. Let's see what else the chat has to say. Mhm. Let's see. Oh, there are still some ideas on what kind of maps are coming. Someone suggested a fort map, perhaps. Interesting idea, for sure.
but there was like a lot of castles and forts ideas.
Yeah, they're really cool ideas, actually. And I mean, like, we are almost about to end our stream in like 7-ish minutes. And since this stream was talking about what people can look forward to in 2023, could the chat perhaps let us know what you're looking forward to this year? We had a list of things, so feel free to let us know what you think. And, well, now that means that I will ask all of y'all what you think too, Zbyněk and Michal. Which ones or which features are you looking forward to the most? The ones that we've mentioned. Not the surprises, but the ones that we've mentioned.
I'm looking forward to leaderboards. Can't say more, but I'm really looking forward to it.
That's fair enough. Okay. No need to justify.
Yeah.
I get that. Michal, what are you looking forward to the most in 2023? Out of the stuff we listed out, none of the surprises, please.
Huh. Out of only that stuff, I suppose I'm really looking forward to see the new map in action once
Oh yeah,
it actually gets out.
for sure.
I mean, I've already seen it in action, but.
But you mean publicly?
Yes.
Ah, yes.
That's like, yeah, but like, there's a lot of stuff planned, and like you said, like we haven't shared all of it. I'm also looking for the stuff, like forward to the stuff that we haven't shared yet.
I actually have to say that I'm the same with that. Like, I'm more looking forward to the surprises that we have in store. But if I had to pick, I would also definitely pick the map. I'm very excited for how the community will be reacting to it.
But also, like, aside from like all those big features that we're planning or we're considering, there's a lot of quality of life improvements, and we also plan to give more care and polish some of the stuff that's already in there. So it's more almost generic work on the stuff that we have, but like generally seeing the possibility of even improving that experience and just making it more fluid, more like smoother in general. That's also something that I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, and don't worry, there will be also new weapons.
Yeah.
You are worried, don't be worried. And also a lot of new consumables. And speaking of them, I believe that some of them will or have potential to really change gameplay of some
For sure.
people. So that's also like smaller thing, but might be a lot of fun to look forward. So yeah, there is not just one thing.
Stay tuned as heck is the motto or the mantra for this whole situation, I
A lot
think.
of people want Molotov.
Yeah. Oh, there was a suggestion
We
earlier.
are these kind of people who like
They want things
world
to burn. They just want to burn things. It's actually interesting because there was someone earlier who said that they would have rather had a Molotov rather than a radiation grenade in the game, which is interesting because I would say that a Molotov would be just as destructive as a radiation grenade, but I guess the difference would be the fire.
yeah, and you can see it from afar.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
So this is not to say that Molotov isn't a good idea in general, but you know, once again we're getting back to the technical part of stuff where we need to figure out, okay, so how do we take that idea and actually make it work in the game?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see how these things will go, and we'll
Actually, Molotov is quite tricky to design it because it can be extremely overpowered or really underpowered,
Oh, yeah.
and also there is like technical thing of that because we are all on multiple platforms, and if we introduce fire and you guys will be crazy with fire, which will. For some platforms, it can mean like significant frame rate drop, and we don't want that obviously. So if we are about to introduce something like that, we need to be super careful that we will not ruin game for you guys. And Molotov is one of these tricky things. So.
Yes, indeedy. All right. Well, when I asked earlier what people are looking forward to in 2023, a lot of people did agree that the new map, is something that they're looking forward to. Some people said that they are looking forward to the surprises, and they would like new consumables. And someone on our YouTube chat said that they would be looking forward to the new map and the new seasons we have in store for our Outlanders. So that's going to be interesting for sure. Let's see what else the chat has to say actually and what they're looking forward to. Some people said that they would like to look forward to something new in the arcade. It's not something that we are working on per se, but I like the optimism that you would like to see something like that in 2023. I mean, who knows? Plans can change, right? Alrighty then. Let's see. Well, actually, I wanted to say let's see, but then I realized that we should be ending our stream real soon already, actually, since it's almost been an hour. Alright, so maybe last words before we head out for the day. Yeah, the chat has been very hilarious lately. I'm glad to see it. It's interesting for sure. Alright, so last words from all of y'all before we head out for the day? Michal? Michal, you start first because Zbyněk started with the introduction, so you gotta start.
That's fine. Well, I mean, as usual, thank you guys for being out there. It really means a lot to us to get feedback from you, all kinds of feedback, because it means that you care about the game and it moves us forward. With all the stuff that we do, and as we said, like we hope to deliver some really cool stuff, and we hope that you guys are gonna like it, and that together with that feedback, we can make Vigor even better than it ever was. So, yeah, see you in the Outlands, and again, thanks for being there and playing the game.
Mm-hmm. Yes, indeed. Zbyněk?
Let's make this year awesome together. That's it.
Mic drop. All right. Great. So we've got we've got our day ahead of us or our evening ahead of us. Thank you everyone for stopping by. We hope that you're as excited as we are for 2023. We've got a lot of big things coming your way and we're just so excited. It's really hard to keep it all in, but we're so excited to let it all out for all of y'all to finally see what we have in store. But with due time, we'll get there. Thank you so much for stopping by. As usual, if you have any feedback for us, just leave it on our social media and we will be reading through it as we always do. So yeah, thank you so much and we'll see you in the Outlands. Bye!
Bye.
See you in the Outlands.